What's going on, guys? This is Chandler Smith, and today I'm going to show you how Meet Kevin finally got what he deserved. And honestly, there are a lot of things that people don't know about the Meet Kevin. And so in this video, I wanted to show you all of those things that I've been able to learn over spending time with him. I also want to show you how this whole incident came about. But in order for me to do that, I need to give you the full backstory. Otherwise, it won't really make sense. So I met Meet Kevin, or I guess came to know him, about 1.5 years ago. And it was watching this video. Now, this video breaks down Grant Cardone and Cardone Capital.
Become now is a master of other people's money using other people's money.
This is backed by one thing: death.
The reason Meet Kevin's videos really resonated with me is I could tell they were higher level thinking videos, but they were super engaging, super creative, and it really hit the nail on the head with the information about Cardone Capital. As a matter of fact, I looked into Cardone Capital, and a lot of the thoughts that Kevin shared, I had found in my research, and I said, wow, this guy put in a lot of time, and I learned a ton more even than I had already known about Grant Cardone and the stuff that he had going on. So if you haven't, that video is definitely worth watching. But that got me hooked on the YouTube platform. I started consistently watching Meet Kevin. I started watching Graham Stephan. Now, both Graham and Meet Kevin were putting out great information about investing in real estate. However, both of them had under 10 units of rental real estate. And at this point in my life, I was 28 years old and I had over 50 units. And so I thought, hey, if they're making videos and they've turned into pretty famous dudes on YouTube, I might as well try it as well. So I decided, heck, let's go start a YouTube channel. Now, not knowing anything about YouTube, I came in pretty arrogant. Right away, I hopped on Instagram and I messaged Graham Stephan first. I sent him a message telling him all about me, how cool I was, all the reasons I thought we should connect, and I waited. And I waited, and I waited some more. And I came to realize he's actually a pretty big fish, and it doesn't matter what I've done, odds of me getting him to reach out to me probably aren't good. I realized that was not going to be the right approach to connect with him. So I continued to watch YouTube, and I ended up loving Graham's stuff, Meet Kevin's stuff, and Matt McKeever's stuff.
What is up, YouTube? Matt McKeever here.
Now, if you don't follow Matt McKeever, especially if you're in Canada or investing up there, he is the man when it comes to real estate investing. And so I was watching his channel and I came to find out that he was doing a conference in Vegas where him, Graham Stephan, and Meet Kevin were all gonna be speaking. So I signed up for the conference and I got Matt McKeever on the phone, and right away we hit it off. I was super excited about the conference. I paid the couple grand or whatever it was to get into it. And when I was on the phone talking to him, I asked him about YouTube, what he had done to be successful. At this point, he was already at 20,000 subscribers plus. I loved his content, and so I just drilled him with questions, and he was super helpful and helping me understand the platform better. And what he told me is, he said, Chandler, just dive in. You've got to really just go in and get content out there before you're ever going to start building something. And so it wouldn't do you any good to do any kind of collab with anyone until you actually have content that people can go and watch. So he committed me to go and start really diving into creating YouTube videos. Now, while he committed me to do that, I committed him to let me speak at this conference. So we talked a little bit about what I do in door-to-door sales, about my real estate portfolio, all of that. And I think originally he didn't really think what I was saying was true, because it's pretty out there how I got to be where I'm at through knocking doors and selling pest control. But he said, yeah, let me meet you in person. If we still feel good about it when you show up, I'll let you speak at the conference as well. I think that'd be really cool. So I kind of hooked in my spot to where I could weasel in to meet some of these other guys. What's going on, guys? Just meeting some incredible people out here in Vegas. So the conference was incredible, and I got to connect with some awesome people. Graham Stephan, Meet Kevin, Matt McKeever, Jeff Weibo, a bunch of others, and a bunch of other real estate investors that don't have YouTube channels that I just learned a ton with. But I really kicked it off with Meet Kevin. And honestly, I'm gonna stop calling him Meet Kevin because his name's Kevin. So at this point, once I'd gotten to know Kevin a little better, I said, hey man, let's connect. Let's do something soon. Maybe you can come out and check out my real estate portfolio. It'd be super fun to do a video together, and I'd love to show you everything that I got going on. Now, at the time, I don't think I recognized this because I was just excited that I'd gotten to know him and that maybe it was even a possibility. But I think there was maybe part of Kevin that didn't completely believe I had as many doors of rental real estate as I had.
the first thing I said is, BS, prove it to me.
And I think for him, it was intriguing to go and say, hey, this kid's in his 20s. Let's go look at his portfolio. Maybe we can rip it up. Maybe we can piece it apart. Maybe we can see if it really is as good as he says, or if I can find the flaws. Either way, it'll be a cool video to do, and I'll be traveling through where I can do a bunch of other videos as well. So I got really lucky because Kevin's curiosity got the best of him. And one thing I realized really quickly is when I heard he was coming out, I said, hey, let me buy your airfare, let me get you a hotel, let me do whatever. I'll pay you to come and do it because I think this will be awesome for me and for my business. And he said, no way, man. I'm not accepting money. Don't worry about it. We'll just have a blast. Now, the reason that I believe Kevin does this is he is someone, first off, that doesn't expect anything from people, but also he doesn't want to be biased. He's one of those people that if he's going to go and do a video about something, it needs to be 100% accurate. And even if he really likes someone, if they do something that's incorrect and he makes a video about it, he's going to call it out. And that's one of the things that I loved about Kevin is if he saw crap, he was going to call it out, and he didn't want to accept money to put him in a place where he couldn't be transparent and share what he believed was the truth. He showed up and we had a blast. We went and looked at all of my real estate and it was just all over the place. We were just recording everything. We were looking at my properties, talking about the numbers, talking about real estate, and I learned a ton of information. One of the big things I learned from Kevin is there were lots of times where I'd say, yeah, I got this deal, but I missed this deal, I still regret that. And that's one of those things that just goes against what Kevin believes, because he would say, dude, forget about the deal you missed. It doesn't matter. You missed it, learn from it, move on. It's not worth dwelling on. And I really appreciated that. So after looking at all of my real estate, we decided that we were going to go skiing. So I showed Kevin where we were going to go and ski the next day. He pulled it up on a map and he realized that right next to the city where the ski hill was, there's a little city called South Park. And he said, all right, we've got to dress up as South Park characters. And I said, what do you mean? It's 11 o'clock at night. We're going skiing bright and early tomorrow. How in the heck are we going to dress up as South Park characters? And he says, well, let's go to Walmart.
South Park gear for Meet Kevin's video. And now we're going to women's apparel.
They can't knit for us, I just said.
He's going around, he's kind of messing with people, asking funny questions.
Have the colors there, I see the yarn.
We put together these South Park outfits and we realized there's no way we're gonna have everything we need. So we buy clothes that are neutral colors and we go over and buy spray paint. Now it ends up a total gong show as we're painting these costumes. And I remember specifically asking Kevin, is this how you do all of your videos? And this is what he said.
Like going to Florida.
So we got the costumes done. They look like total trash. And we hop in the car the next morning to head up to the ski hill. Now at this point, I think the gears were turning in Kevin's head. And he said, you know what? I don't see a good direction to go with this video. So scratch it. And I'm like, scratch it. We put in a ton of time. And he's like, yeah. And so I'm like, what is going on? And what I realized is Kevin is just one of those guys where if he goes and he's starting to make a video and it's going to be a trash video, he's like, forget it. Let's just not do it. Let's just do this video instead. And that's one of the things I realized is if he's going to make bad content, he's not going to post it. If it ends up as garbage, it's not worth putting out for his viewers, and I really appreciated that. So we went up skiing and I learned another thing from Kevin. We're skiing, we're talking about real estate, we're having a blast, and someone goes up and says something to him.
Pull your rig out for the camera.
The what?
Dump your rig out for the camera.
What's my ring?
Rig out. Dump that rig for the camera, buddy.
Oh, it's a movie.
Pull your dick out is what he's saying.
Oh. It's a gimbal. It holds the shot steady. It is on. I got it out already.
really ruins a joke when you never catch on.
And they're like, buddy, I'm talking about your yeah.
Pull your out.
I got it. Yeah, you made his like pride go pretty low on that one. He thought he was so cool.
When you watch his videos, you think he's funny. In real life, he's like 10 times funnier, and it is at all times. So after we went skiing, looked at the real estate, Kevin took all of this footage and crammed it into one video. And that video is right here if you want to watch it. I love this video. It gives a breakdown of real estate. It's engaging. It's all over the place. And it took hours and hours of preparation, filming the video, editing, all kinds of stuff for him to put together one video for his viewers. And I'm just fascinated by it because that's the kind of person that he is. And that's why his YouTube channel is where it's at, is he just goes above and beyond in putting his content together to make extremely good content. Now, I know there are a lot of you at this point in the video that are saying, Chandler, you love Meet Kevin. You love the stuff he does. You're saying all of these positive things about him. Well, here's the reality. Kevin gets his, and I'll explain why. But he also is an incredible YouTuber. He's incredible at what he does, and I have learned a ton from him. He was putting in extraordinary amounts of time just to produce one quality video, and it blew my mind. On top of that, when we would go around, he was so humble. If people recognized him, he'd be nice, but he never brought up that he was a YouTuber or anything like that. And his humility is something that was just a part of him. And I think that's a big reason he ended up as successful as he is. So after this trip, I was a huge Meet Kevin fan. I mean, I was super good friends with him at this point, looked up to him a ton, learned a ton from him, and he provided a ton of value for me, for my YouTube channel, for my business. It was just an awesome experience. And then things started to get crazy. Now, at this point, Kevin had done videos on Dave Ramsey. He'd done videos on Grant Cardone.
I'm not trying to compare myself to Grant Cardone. He's 59 years old. I'm 26.
And a lot of those videos were getting a lot of negative traction from Dave Ramsey and Grant Cardone. He ended up in lawsuits. He ended up in a lot of back and forth. He decided to dress up as an elf and go and raid Cardone Capital. I mean, all kinds of crazy stuff happened. But what I realized is Kevin is so stuck on the truth. If he recognizes something is flawed and there's information going out that's hurting people, he wants to stop it. If Grant Cardone or Dave Ramsey or anyone else would say things that he felt like were putting people in jeopardy or weren't true or weren't accurate, then he was gonna call that crap out. And I really respected that. But for him, he was not going to back down, and it ended up getting him in all kinds of craziness in the process. So we stayed in touch through all of this, and a lot of these videos he could have just taken down, but instead he wanted to fight for the truth regardless of what that meant, and I really respected him for that. So fast forward to the summer, I reach out to Kevin and I say, hey man, let's meet up. Let's go sell some pest control, because before he had mentioned he wanted to try it. Right away, he responded and said, yeah, man, let's meet up in San Diego and do it. So we meet up in San Diego, I book a hotel, and he plans on staying there for 2 or 3 days to sell some pest control with us. Now, this is where I gained an absurd amount of respect for Kevin, because when he comes out to San Diego, he's answering calls like crazy, putting deals together back in Ventura. He's out selling pest control with us. He's posting videos every day. The guy is just a freak. And he was just going ham with everything that was going on. And so when we went out to start knocking doors, he said, hey, just cut me loose. Let me knock doors. What do I say? So I gave him a quick pitch, cut him loose, and he sucked.
I'm not supposed to be getting nervous, am I?
He's talking 1,000,000 words per minute. He's super friendly, but he's talking so fast.
My name is Kevin. I'm your neighborhood bug guy.
And I see a ton of things we've got to tweak in his pitch. We go and grab a drink. Now, he's a coffee dude, so he's pounding coffee, and we sit down, and we're just gonna give him the rundown on things he needs to change. So I kind of light him up a little bit. I'm like, all right, dude, you can't do this, you can't do this, you gotta do this, you gotta do this. So he just sucks it all up like a sponge. We go back out, and he just throws down sale after sale after sale. And I was there to help a little bit, but things just clicked for him, and he turned into a super door-to-door salesman. If you want to check out that video, it's right here. But it was a total blast to watch him transition and just take in information and then apply it. And I think that's one of the things that's so cool about Kevin is he is a researcher and he knows how to apply it and then just grind and put it to work. So after another super fun trip with Kevin, we were really good friends at this point. He posted that other video. It ended up doing incredibly well. It helped my business a ton. And I will be forever grateful to Kevin for making those videos with me because 1, they were a blast. 2, I learned a ton. And 3, they really helped my channel to kind of level up and gain subscribers. So we continue to stay in contact. And now it was time for Kevin to get his. Now, he ramped everything up to where he's posting a video a day and just going insane. And I reach out to him and I say, hey, Kevin, I'm taking all of my top performers to Puerto Rico. Do you want to come with us? And he's like, yeah, I'll be there. So he shows up to Puerto Rico. First day, Kevin doesn't even show up. So I got him a hotel. I flew him out to Puerto Rico. He doesn't meet up with us till like 3 or 4 in the afternoon. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? I come to find out that he was editing and filming videos until like 6 a.m. He smashed a couple hour nap and then came and walked a couple miles to try and find us because there wasn't an Uber in the area. So I felt really bad that he got stranded, but the guy is a freak. He's just busting out videos like crazy, doing whatever it takes. And that weekend was incredible because we would go hiking, we'd go boating, we'd do all kinds of stuff.
Right. Oh, shit. Just jump out that way. Jump out that way. Okay, wait. Get it!
And Kevin just kept placing bets with the guys. He bet the guys that he couldn't run from one point to another point in under 5 minutes.
Run from here.
To that black hole that I can't even see in under 5 minutes.
He wins how much from you, Garrett?
$100, winner take all.
Get set, go!
Yep.
And he ended up winning.
Hey Kevin, so how long did it take you?
227.
How much you have to pay, Garrett?
Well, more than I meant to.
We would get home like 11 or 12 at night. Then we'd go to the casino and hang out for a while and then get into our hotels probably 1 or 2 in the morning. And a lot of nights I'd go and hang out with Kevin for another hour or two where we'd talk about YouTube, real estate, leadership, just everything under the sun. 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the morning would hit. I'd go home to go to bed because I knew we had another early morning. Kevin would pound a couple cups of coffee and then go and film and edit videos to be able to post on his channel. So the guy was getting like 1 to 2 hours of sleep every night and just grinding his brains out and then showing up in the morning to come have a blast with us. And so during that trip, I realized that his YouTube channel for him was so much more than just posting videos. It is a grind, and there is no one, in my mind, that grinds more than this guy. And I look up to him a ton for it because I thought I was a hard worker. This guy is a freak. Now, if you've held to this point of the video, you've probably figured out that Kevin didn't have this happen because we have any kind of beef. As a matter of fact, what Kevin got that he deserved is we were out in the ocean late at night. It was super dark. There were about 20 of us. We were going super hard body surfing, and Kevin rolled over and smashed his face into the ground because he was going so hard to catch the wave. And I think this is the epitome of Kevin. He is the guy that goes harder than anybody else. He gets smashed a ton. And he finally got what he deserved. But it wasn't this scrape on his head. What Kevin got is this week, he just hit 500,000 subscribers on YouTube. And I will tell you right now, no one is more deserving than him because he is a freak of nature. He is so smart. He's put in the grind more than anyone else, and his channel has just exploded in the last couple weeks, and he deserves all of it and more. And so with that being said, Kevin, congratulations. So if you guys made it to this point in the video, make sure that you remember to like and subscribe to Kevin's channel because Meet Kevin is the best YouTuber on earth, and I hold to that. He grinds harder than anyone else, and he deserves everything that he has gotten and more, and I promise you, that guy will end up with millions of subscribers because he is the best of the best. So Kevin, congratulations. If you or anyone else makes it to the end of this very long story, I want you to know that you are the freaking man, and I hope everyone and their dog goes and subscribes to your channel. So congrats, Kevin. Happy 500,000 subscribers. And guys, have a great day.